Welcome to all of you, Shiksha 360. And today, basically, we will discuss our MCQ session number 15. Clear? Today is basically our MCQ session number 15. Clear? And today's session is basically based on the chapter number 7. And in that session, basically, we will discuss 15 questions. Clear? 15 questions. So basically, these 15 questions basically just will give you the idea. Clear? What type of question basically we will expect in the examination. Clear? Rest question basically will be uploaded basically in your Telegram group. Clear? In the upcoming days. Clear? So basically, I request to all of you, basically students, please subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates. So let's start our discussion. So the first question basically which I have posted in the group, basically this question basically I will discuss first of all. Question number 185. Clear? This question basically sent by one of the student that he is basically facing issue while answering this question. Clear? So let's discuss first of all this question. Suppose on 28th July. Clear? Suppose on 28th July, basically a 1 month forward contract is traded. Clear? Suppose on 28th July, a 1 month forward contract is traded. So then the settlement date. Clear? So then the settlement date will be clear. Then the settlement date will be clear. You will expect these types of questions basically in the examination. Clear? You will expect these types of questions in the examination. So what is the correct answer? Clear? So what is the correct answer? Very interesting question. So let's discuss some basic points regarding that. Clear? So let's discuss some basic points regarding that. Clear? So on 28th July, clear? Basically on 28th July, basically 1 month forward contract is traded. Clear? On 28th July, basically a 1 month forward contract is traded. Clear? So first of all, basically we will discuss regarding the forward contract. Clear? Basically first of all, basically we will discuss regarding the forward contract. Clear? So a forward contract, please remember these points. Clear? Please remember these points so that you will not face an issue in the future. Clear? So first of all, a forward contract is a contract driven, a forward contract. It is a contract deliverable at a future date. Clear? Basically at a future date. This one basically we know that basically it is a contract basically deliverable at a future date beyond the spot date. Clear? That is basically beyond the spot date. Clear? That is a contract deliverable basically to a future date that is basically beyond the spot date. Clear? That is basically beyond the spot date. Clear? And the duration, very, very important. Duration of the contract, duration of the contract basically being computed from spot value. Clear? Duration of the contract basically being computed. Clear? Duration of the contract basically being computed from the spot value. Clear? From the spot value, spot date at the time of transaction. Clear? At the time of transaction. Clear? At the time of transaction. Clear? So here, if the 28th July, clear? Basically, if the 28th July, it is a date of the contract. Clear? Basically, if the 28th July, basically it is a date of the contract. Clear? So first question from my side, basically for all of you, basically, what is the contract date? Clear? Basically, what is the spot date? Clear? So please tell fast, basically what is the spot date? First question maybe from my side, basically for all of you, basically what is the spot value date here? If the 28th July, clear? Basically suppose on 28th July, basically 1 month forward contract is traded. So basically what is the spot date? Please tell fast. Spot value date. The spot value date is to be 30th July. Yes. T plus 2. Yes, you are right. T plus 2 days, that is 30th July. Clear? Up to this much, please tell fast. It is clear to all of you or not? Up to this much point, basically it is clear to all of you. That is spot value date. It is to be 30th July. Clear? That is spot value date. Basically it is to be 30th July. Clear? So next question basically which arises here. Clear? So next question basically which arises, that is basically 1 month forward, clear? A 1 month forward that is to be treated. So basically 1 month forward, that is basically 30 days. Basically we have to add in that. Clear? 30 days basically we have to add in that. Clear? So then basically we can say that the August 30th, clear? August 30th basically will be our settlement date. Clear? August 30th basically will be our settlement date. Clear? But here they have mentioned that the August 30th will be the holiday. So basically we will consider the next day, that is August 31 basically will be our settlement date. But here basically we will see that August 31 basically will be also our holiday. Clear? August 31 will be also our holiday. So what the many students will do, that is basically they will take the option number D, that is 1 September basically will be the 1 September basically will be the settlement date. Clear? 1 September will be the settlement date. Clear? But that is not correct here. Clear? So basically we eliminate this one, is also not our answer. This one is also not our answer. Clear? Why 1 September basically is not the answer? Clear? Why 1 September basically will not the answer? Because basically for the settlement date. Clear? Because I will write here basically for the settlement date. Basically there are two cases. Clear? First one, in the case of month end. Clear? That is, it is a 1 month forward contract, that is, and date basically comes in the month end. Clear? In the month end. Clear? So basically when maturity date. Clear? So please listen carefully. When maturity date basically of a forward contract. Clear? Basically when maturity date of a forward contract falls on a month end. Clear? Basically falls on a month end, and the set date. Clear? And the set date, like basically this one, like, and the set date basically is declared to be holiday subsequently. Clear? Holiday subsequently. Then the settlement date, then the settlement basically should be preponed to the preceding working day. Clear? Then the settlement basically should be preponed to the preceding working day. If the said holiday basically it is considered, it is comes under the non-holiday. Clear? If the said holiday basically it is comes under the non-holiday. Clear? If the said holiday basically it is comes under the non-holiday, then the settlement date basically will be the preceding working day. Clear? Then the settlement basically would be done basically the preceding working day. Clear? So here basically same thing happened, that the settlement basically will be done in the end of the month, and that the end of the month basically will be considered here as the holiday. Clear? Will be as a non-holiday. Clear? So the settlement basically will be done under the preceding working day, that is option number B, that is August 29. Clear? That is August 29. Clear? So this one is our answer. That is basically August 29. Clear? And in all other case, clear, where the basically the settlement basically will not be as under the month end. Clear? In all the other cases, if the maturity date is declared as a holiday subsequently. Clear? The settlement date basically should be postponed to the next working day. Clear? The settlement date basically will be postponed to the next working day. So please tell fast, this question is now clear to all of you or not? Please respond fast. Now this question is clear to all of you or not? Clear? As basically when we will see this type of question, basically we'll see that this is very easy question. Clear? This is very easy question. Clear? But we are not able to understand the concept. Clear? But we are not able to understand the concept. Clear? So now basically we will move towards the next question. Question number 181. Clear? Now question number 181. Clear? So I request to all of you, please join the classes on time, so that basically you will not face any issue. Clear? While understanding the question. Clear? Now move to the question number 181. Clear? So the options available. Clear? The options available. If options basically available, for an Indian exporter. Clear? If options available basically for an Indian exporter to raise overseas debt. Clear? If the options available for an Indian exporter basically to raise overseas debt. Clear? So what is the correct answer here? What is the correct answer here? Clear? The basically options available basically for an Indian exporter. Clear? Basically for an Indian exporter to basically raise overseas debt. Clear? To raise overseas debt. First one is the external commercial borrowings. Second one basically it is the foreign currency convertible bonds. Third one is the foreign currency exchangeable bonds. Clear? Foreign currency exchangeable bonds. Clear? Foreign currency exchangeable bonds. Clear? So basically when basically we have discussed, that is external commercial borrowings. Clear? So basically we know that. Clear? Basically external commercial borrowing basically it is what? Basically it is the commercial loans. Clear? Basically they are the commercial loans. Clear? First of all, Here they have already mentioned the word commercial. So basically, please remember that they are basically commercial loans. Clear? Basically, they are commercial loans basically that are to be raised by the eligible resident entities from recognized non-resident entities. Clear? Basically, from recognized non-resident entities. Clear? That is basically, we can say that basically what the question is asking. Basically, under the external commercial borrowings. Clear? Basically, we have to raise funds. Clear? Basically, we have to raise funds. Clear? So basically, in which of the following forms? Clear? Basically, under the external commercial borrowings. Clear? Basically, there are different forms. Clear? Basically, through which basically we can raise overseas debt. Clear? So first one is the answer. This one is correct. Second one, basically through the foreign currency convertible bonds. Yes. Basically, through the foreign currency convertible bonds, basically we can also raise funds. Clear? Through the foreign currency exchangeable bonds. Yes. Basically, through the foreign currency exchangeable bonds also, basically we can raise the funds. Clear? Basically, we can raise the funds. Clear? So this is the overall criteria. Basically, under that, basically we can use basically both these also. Clear? Basically, both these also. Clear? So basically, from here, all the above are given are correct. Clear? All the above are given are correct. So basically, we will move toward the this option. That is this option. Clear? Because through the external commercial borrowing, basically we can raise funds. Clear? Indian corporate basically to raise overseas debt. Clear? Basically, or we can say that basically from the non-resident entities. Clear? Basically from the non-resident entities, and basically through which form? Through the foreign currency convertible bond. Yes, it is true. From the foreign currency exchangeable bond. Yes, this is also true. Clear? So all are basically seems to be true here. So option number D is the answer. Clear? Option number D is the answer here. Clear? External commercial borrowing is the overall, and under that basically these are the different ways. Clear? And under that basically these are the different ways. Clear? Now move to the next question. Question number 182. Clear? 182. Clear? Very easy question, but they have asked it basically in a little bit twisted form. Clear? In a little bit twisted form. Clear? So if the export bills basically remain overdue basically beyond 6 months. Clear? If the export bills basically remain overdue, basically that is basically beyond 6 months, the banks are required to submit a report. Clear? Basically, if the export bills remain overdue. Clear? If the export bills basically remain overdue beyond 6 months. Clear? Basically beyond 6 months, the banks are required to submit a report. Clear? The banks are required to submit a report. So basically we have to find that basically which of the following is not correct. Clear? Please go through that. Which of the following, which one is not correct out of the following? Clear? Here basically we have to find that which is not correct. Clear? Basically which is not correct out of the following. Clear? So let's go through one by one each of the option. Clear? Report is submitted to the RBI and DGFT. Report is submitted basically for June and December half yearly. Half year report is submitted basically within 15 days. Clear? Report is submitted basically within 15 days of close of half year. Report is submitted basically on form XOS. Clear? Basically form XOS. Clear? So here basically this one is true. That is report is submitted basically on form XOX. Clear? Basically form XOS. Clear? And basically this is basically submitted for June and December half years. Clear? Basically for June and December half years. Clear? Basically what here one point basically we have to notice that this report is to be submitted to the RBI. Clear? Basically this report is to be submitted to the RBI, not to the DGFT. Clear? Basically this report is submitted to the RBI, basically not to the DGFT. Clear? Basically not to the DGFT. Clear? So basically this one is our answer. Clear? This one is our answer. Clear? Report is submitted to the RBI and DGFT. Clear? No. Basically this report is submitted to the RBI. Clear? This report is submitted to the RBI. Clear? Basically one more question basically which I have basically checked basically when I am forming this quiz. Clear? That is basically this report FEMIS. Clear? Basically this I find little bit unique report. So basically FEMIS. Clear? So can anyone tell basically this report is related to which? This report is related to which? Clear? That is FEMIS. Clear? This report is related to which thing? Clear? FEMIS. FEMIS. Clear? So this report is basically daily data. Please remember these types of things. Basically this report is basically daily data on forex dealing operation. Clear? This report is basically on daily data basically on forex dealing room operations. Clear? Forex dealing room operations. Okay. Now move to the next question. Question number 183. So Foreign Exchange Management Act. Clear? This is a very static based type question. So Foreign Exchange Management Act, that is FEMA 1999, came into force in clear. This basically came into force in clear. Earlier basically we have FERA 1973 clear, basically Foreign Exchange Regulation Act clear. Now basically we will come with Foreign Exchange Management Act, that is FEMA 1999 clear, basically came into force on clear, basically came into force on clear. So the basically FEMA 1999 clear, basically came into force on basically with the effect from 1st of June 2000 clear, 1st of June basically 2000 clear. So option number C is the answer, that is June 2000 clear. So this one is our answer clear. So this one is our answer clear. So basically this is a regulatory law clear, basically this is a regulatory law. Now move to the next one here. All foreign currency inward remittances clear, basically all foreign currency inward remittances clear, basically must be converted to clear. All foreign currency basically inward remittances basically must be converted into Indian rupees immediately, provided the amount is clear. So what is the limit here clear? All foreign currency inward remittances basically must be converted into Indian rupees immediately, provided the amount is clear, basically provided the amount is up to USD 5,000, above USD 5,000, up to USD 3,000, above USD 10,000 clear, above USD 10,000 clear, above USD 10,000 clear. Basically earlier this amount is this one up to clear. Now basically that amount is basically, I think basically there is a little bit issue in the option, that is up to an equivalent of clear, basically we can say that above, sorry here basically not above, basically we have to up to USD 10,000 clear. Basically if they have given option number D like this one clear, up to USD 10,000 clear, up to USD 10,000 clear, option number D is up to USD 10,000 clear. So now let's discuss once again this question. So all foreign currency inward remittances clear, basically must be converted into Indian rupees immediately, provided the amount is option number D, that is up to USD 10,000 clear, up to USD 10,000 clear. Earlier this limit is 5,000, but now this is enhanced to 10,000 clear. So option number D is the answer, that is up to USD 10,000 clear, up to USD 10,000 clear. So this one is our answer clear. So this one is our answer clear. So now please go through the options very carefully clear. Like sometimes basically like option number B is above USD 5,000 clear. This one is basically we can see that this one is also correct one clear, but option number D is basically up to USD 10,000 clear. So basically this seems to be more correct clear, basically this seems to be more correct clear, this seems to be basically more correct clear. In the updated version of the book clear, basically I can tell you basically like in the 2020 clear, in the 2020 book basically they have mentioned this value clear, basically they have mentioned this value clear. If anyone basically have earlier edition, basically you will find any other value also, but this one is the present value clear, this one is the present value clear. In the examination basically if they ask any question, so this one is our answer clear, so this one is our answer clear. So please update this one clear. In the 2020 basically reprinted edition, basically you will find this value. Now move to the question number 125 basically, which we have already discussed, very important clear. You will find basically these types of questions basically in the examination clear, you will find basically these types of questions basically in the examination. So please go through these types of question very carefully. Now move to the next question 186 clear, 186 very easy and straightforward question clear. Dash are an indirect way clear, basically dash are an indirect way US investors basically can invest in foreign companies clear, basically US investors basically can invest in foreign companies clear, that is basically the residents of US investors clear, like they have to invest basically in other countries clear, basically they have to invest basically in other companies clear, that is basically foreign companies clear. So basically what are the way? IDR, ADRs, IRAs, SDRs, CPCs clear, CPCs clear. So what is the correct answer here? That is ADRs clear, that is American Depository Receipts clear, ADRs, that is American Depository Receipts clear, ADRs. So this one is our answer clear. So this one is our answer, that is American Depository Receipts clear, American Depository Receipts clear, that is ADRs clear. American Depository Receipts basically are an indirect way US investors basically can invest in the foreign companies clear, US investors basically can invest in the foreign companies clear. Now move to the next question, 187. Clear? 187. Clear? I have already tell this point. Clear? Basically, I have already discussed this point. So please go through that one again. So Foreign Exchange Management Act. Clear? That is FEMA 1999. Basically, that has been basically enacted on basically 1st of June 2000. Would fall under which of the following type of public policy? Clear? Basically, would fall under which type of public policy? Clear? First one is the restrictive. Second one is the regulatory. Third one is the facilitating. Fourth one is the advisory. Clear? Fourth one is the advisory. Clear? So what is the correct answer here? Clear? So what is the correct answer here? Clear? So basically, it is basically which of the following type of public policy? Clear? Basically, which of the following type of public policy? Clear? So basically, it is a regulatory type. Clear? It is a regulatory type. Clear? So option number B is the answer. That is, it is a basically regulatory type of a policy. Clear? Regulatory type of a policy. Now move to the next question, question number 188. So banking transactions. Clear? These some are straightforward questions. So banking transactions basically where the counterparty is public. Clear? So banking transaction basically where the counterparty is public, that is like bank customers such as exporters, tourists, other needing foreign exchange or selling exchange are termed as, clear, basically are termed as dash transactions. First one is merchant transactions. Second one is international transactions. Third one is interbank transactions. Fourth one here is to be counterparty transactions. Clear? Fourth one here, that is to be counterparty transactions. Clear? So basically that are to be considered as a merchant transactions. Clear? That are basically considered as a merchant transactions. Clear? So option number A is the answer. Basically that is to be basically considered as the merchant transactions. Clear? Easy question. Hope all of you basically are able to understand. Basically that are to be considered as the merchant transactions. Clear? So this one is our answer. Merchant transactions. Now move to the next question, question number 189. So basically directives issued by the, clear, directives basically issued by the government of India. Clear? Basically directives basically issued by the government of India and RBI. Clear? Directives basically issued by the government of India and RBI restricting the inflow and outflow of foreign exchange. Clear? Basically directives issued by the directives issued by the government of India and RBI basically restricting the inflow and outflow of foreign exchange. Clear? Restricting the basically inflow and outflow basically of foreign exchange are called exchange control. Second one basically that is import control and export control. Third one is basically that is foreign currency control. Fourth one is any of the above. Clear? Basically any of the above. Clear? So basically you will find that is option number A is the correct answer. That is exchange control. Clear? That is exchange control. Clear? Option number A is the correct answer here. That is basically exchange control. Clear? Exchange control. Clear? So basically that is the control issued by the, that is basically the controls issued by the or directives issued by the government of India and RBI restricting the inflow and outflow of foreign exchange. Clear? Basically are called as exchange control. Clear? Are basically called as exchange control. Clear? Now move to the next question, question number 190. So basically external commercials. Clear? External commercial borrowings refer to commercial loans in the form of, clear, basically external commercial borrowing basically refer to commercial loans in the form of bank loans, buyer's credit, supplier's credit, securitized instruments. Example, floating rate notes and fixed rate bonds. Clear? Availed from non-resident lenders. Clear? Basically that are availed from the non-resident lenders. So external commercial borrowing basically can be assessed under, clear, ECB is basically can be assessed under, clear, 1 route, 2 routes, 3 routes, 5 routes. Clear? 1 route, 2 routes, 3 routes, and 5 routes. Clear? And 5 routes. Clear? So basically they can be assessed basically under two routes. Clear? Basically they can be assessed basically under two routes. Clear? Basically they can be assessed basically under two routes. First one is the automatic route. Second one here is to be the approval route. Clear? Approval route. And one more thing basically we have discussed in the first question regarding the FCEBs. Clear? That is foreign currency exchangeable bonds. Clear? They can be issued. Clear? Basically they can be issued only under the approval route. Clear? Basically they can be issued only under the approval route. Clear? Basically they can be issued only under the approval route. Okay. Now move to the next question, question number 191. So a time limit of dash is required. Clear? Basically a time limit of dash is required for a shift of form A3. Clear? Basically a time limit of dash is required basically for a shift of form A3 at beneficiary ends. Clear? Basically at beneficiary ends for transfer of funds. Clear? Basically for transfer of funds basically between the Vostro accounts within two banks. Clear? Basically for transfer of funds between Vostro accounts basically with the two banks. Clear? First one is 2 working days. Second one is basically 3 working days. Fourth one is basically 4 working days. Fifth one here that is basically 5 working days. Clear? Fifth one here that is basically 5 working days. Clear? So the correct answer here that is option number D, that is 5 working days. Clear? That is 5 working days. Now move to the next question, question number 192. That is also basically direct straightforward question. So basically Indian mutual funds. Clear? Basically Indian mutual funds are registered with the SEBI. Clear? Basically Indian mutual funds basically registered with the SEBI are permitted to invest basically with the overall cap of how much amount in ADRs or GDRs of basically Indian and foreign companies. Clear? Basically Indian mutual funds basically registered with the SEBI are permitted to invest basically within the overall cap of in ADRs or GDRs basically of the Indian and foreign companies, and other instruments are permitted by the RBI USD 7 million, USD 10 million, billion, USD 50 billion, USD 100 billion. Clear? So the correct answer is option number A, that is USD 7 billion. Clear? USD 7 billion. Clear? So this one is our correct answer. Clear? So this one is our correct answer. Clear? So basically in this session, basically we have to discuss up to this much point. Clear? Hope all the points basically which we have discussed till now, it is clear to all of you. I request to once again basically please go through the video session. Basically if you have faced an issue, then please go through the theory once again. Clear? And basically these types of things basically help us to understand more or basically remember more. Clear? And I request to all of you, please go through the session once again also. Clear? So thanks to all of you for attending this session, and I hope basically many of you are able to understand many new points basically in this session.